Hello everybody and welcome back to the Snapthis channel. Now today's video is going to be a bit like a Draw My Life video, just on the Snapchat application instead. So we're actually going to look at the last 6 months that Snapchat have done on the application, whether that be features, removals, or just the ups and downs of the application. Now, to be honest, I can't draw, so I am going to have my artist help me out today to do some illustrations. And that's what I mean by Draw My Life sort of video. We're going to make it a little bit more artistic instead of just my typical how-to videos. So to kick off with our Snapchat recap, we are going to be looking at the last 6 months, like I said in the introduction. We're going to start off just before the 6 months though, in November, when Snapchat teased us with a new way of viewing your profiles on Snapchat. Now these profiles were put in the application to give you a new way of looking at your friendship with your friends on Snapchat. This is going to be implementing a load of features, but as this is just a teaser, we'll come back to this later. So to kick off with December, we had a brand new feature rolled out into our Snapchat application called Snap Reply, and this essentially allowed you to respond to a snap that was sent to your phone with another picture back referencing the original image. And this helped build conversations on Snapchat if you still send snaps to each other so you don't forget what you originally sent. Another feature that we got in the Snapchat memories this time was the recap feature, which allowed Snapchat to pre-generate memories into a story of your 2018 year. And this is something that you could have shared with friends, sent to specific people, or put on your story. Moving on into the new year, so starting with January, we had the new profiles, which I'd like to say new year, new profile, because this essentially changed the Snapchat application for everybody. Not only did it bring a new colour scheme, but a new way of looking at your friends. Now the Snapchat charms that were put into the new profile screens are there to spice up your friendships with your friends on Snapchat. And essentially they're there just to show you how good of a friend you actually are. These compare things like how much you talk to the person, and they also just compare what month you're born in and what month they're born in. It also goes right down to the star sign compatibility, and will give you a brief description of how you two should work, essentially via star signs. Moving into the month of love, yes, February brought some fantastic love-themed things into Snapchat. I mean, the snap map was bright pink as usual, and it also brought a wide range of lenses and filters that are Valentine's themed for couples and for the singletons. Also in the month of February, we got some community lens challenges, which is a part of the community lenses where you can find specific challenges like singing or stand-up comedy, which you can send back to our story, and if it's any good, Snapchat will put it on the lens challenge as an example. One of the most significant changes in the last 6 months will be the choice of fonts that you now have when you send a Snapchat. Now the classic text is still the same, but the big fonts have been changed to be a little bit more easier on the eyes and a little bit more softer. They're not as sharp, they're sort of more rounded with a nicer glow effect. In the month of March, nothing special happened in the Snapchat community in terms of updates. However, they were pushing the new applications that were using SnapKit. Now, these applications aren't made by Snapchat, but they've been invited to use the SnapKit, which utilizes features of Snapchat, whether that be your login details, things that you can share to your stories, or putting stickers straight onto your Snap. Now the sad part of March is they actually removed a feature that they implemented called Snap Reply, and that was a feature I talked about at the very beginning of the video. This is no longer available. It's real sad because I actually enjoyed using this feature, but Snap Reply is no longer available for you and your friends. Moving into the last 2 months, and these have definitely been the most action-packed that I've had in the Snapchat community. Starting off with April was hosted with a brand new event called the Snap Partnership Summit. And essentially this was all the Snapchat and the third-party applications that have been working with them all in one room, showing off exactly what is coming into Snapchat in the next couple of months, i.e. the shows, the new Snapchat games, and of course the virtual reality and AR that will be coming to the application that's just making your Snapchat experience amazing. After the Snapchat Summit event had finished, they started pushing these games out instantly. It was about a week before everyone had access to them, and the starting lineup were Snake Squad, Zombie Rescue Squad, and Snapchat's own video game called Bitmoji Party, where you are the main character playing around with anyone around the world. Now that's not all for April. They actually used the Snap Map and put a mini game into this, not related to the summit, but you and your friends could go around the real world collecting eggs on the Snap Map to score points to compete against other countries and everyone else on your friends list. And trust me, it got competitive. And the last change of April would be to do with the Android devices. There's a lot of complaints in the community that Android isn't supported as much as Apple, but they have completely rebuilt the application to work faster and smoothly on Android devices. Moving into the month of May, and I think this is definitely my favourite update in the last 6 months. I think these have definitely made the Snapchat experience a hell of a lot better. Not only did they put a timer mode into the application, so you can now put your phone down or up in the air and have the timer count down and take the Snapchat automatically for you. They also implemented a portrait mode for the more modern phones that give you that bokeh look when you're trying to take photographs. So if you want something more, let's say, artistic or more photography style, you can enable the bokeh mode, which will just make it a little bit more in the depth of field department. They also allowed us to use the grid and spirit level to get the most aesthetically pleasing Snapchats, so you can now put stuff on rule of thirds or horizon lines, and it also allows us to use the spirit level to make sure our Snapchats are straight. In the month of May, we also got some very interesting Snapchat trends. The first one being the YOLO application. And this was an app designed to work with Snapchat. We talked about the Snap Kit earlier. This allowed you to log into this application and post a sticker on your story asking for anonymous questions. You could then respond to these using the YOLO app, putting the responses on your story. The second trend to come to Snapchat was to do with the Snapchat Carousel, and the Snapchat Carousel is what holds all these Snapchat lenses, and the specific ones I'm talking about are the gender lenses and the baby lens, and essentially these allow you to turn into a female, a male or a baby via the front camera or back. This not only kicked up fuss in the Snapchat community, this made a massive impact on the media, as loads of media outlets were making stories about what has been going on in the Snapchat community. To wrap up the month of May, Snapchat did put in one more feature into our Snap Map, and what this essentially allows you guys to do is post statuses in the community letting your friends know what you're doing and where you are doing this activity. You can verbally tell them by saying I'm at and the place you are, and get your Bitmoji to portray the activity you are doing. So if you're playing soccer, your Bitmoji can portray you playing soccer. And the last bit of information that you guys are going to need from the last 6 months of Snapchat is the fact that they removed Snapchat trophies from the application. This has been a major feature for the last 4 years of Snapchat, where you could earn these little emojis to say what you'd actually completed on Snapchat. These have now been removed, not replaced by the Snapchat charms, but they are pushing to celebrate Snapchat charms more than Snapchat trophies.
Anyway guys, that is everything that's happened in the last 6 months of Snapchat, and I really enjoyed bringing this video because I had to do the research of everything that's happened. I know the majority of it anyway, but there are small things that you do forget, like features going missing. Now this video was created using this microphone today, hence why the audio was a little bit better, and if you want to see these sorts of videos again, please let me know in the comment section below, and also like the video so I understand the engagement of what you guys want to see on this channel, because the best part about it is talking to you guys in the community, understanding what you guys want to see. Now my name is Carl Lightning and I help you guys out in the Snapchat community with Snapchat queries, questions and tips and tricks of things that I've learned from using the application. And of course, if you're new around here, you can subscribe to my channel, and if you've enjoyed today's video, like I said, give us a like. Let us know in the comment section below what you want to see on this channel, because I do like to engage with my audience. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.